progress, so be careful.
Trouble getting the grip. All right.
That's it. Just a little. That's it. Little more to the left.
Okay.
All right, come on. Come on. That's good. All right. Now just a little bit to the left.
Left. Yeah.
Hi. I'm.
It's fine over here.
Wonderful. Why, my building.
Excuse me, Matthew Sykes.
Yeah?
A woman dropped this off, asked me to give it to you.
Thanks.
Nice meeting you, too. Oh, here, I've got it. I've got it. Don't worry.
It's all right.
I got it.
It's all right.
I've got it. Oh, I've got it. Oh!
No, it's all right.
No, I've got it. I've got it. Why don't you let me...
No, I got it.
Very independent.
Story of my life.
In the kitchen with all of this.
Don't move.
But I'm losing my grip.
Don't move.
Tell me you're a cop. Excuse me, is, something wrong? Are you gonna be really upset with me when I drop all of this on the floor? Thanks. Can I put the rest of this in?
Just a second.
Are all cops this careful when they come home? A booby trap.
Just to let me know if someone's been here.
You're expecting someone special, or do you always go? I'll just put this in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You have a vase?
No. Yeah, I mean, I'm taking those to somebody tonight.
Lucky girl.
Married girl.
Even luckier to still get flowers. Is that your daughter?
Yeah.
Then you're lucky, too. I'm Cathy Frankel,
Oh,
204.
Matt Sykes. Yeah, I know. In your language, Sykes means excrement and cranium.
Well, it could be worse. This is terrific. Did you build this?
I'm building it for about a year.
It's beautiful. Is that semaphore facing the right way?
I'm still working on it. What are you, an engineer?
A biochemist.
That's nice. Look, thanks again for your help, huh?
Sure. Sure. Do you think anybody was here?
He would have been a real professional.
Do you smoke cigars?
No, what do you...
Then somebody was here.
Oh, yeah, your seasoned professional always puffs away on a cigar when he searches an apartment.
Smokers get it in their clothes. They don't even realize it.
And you can smell it even after they're gone.
Yep. Not much hair, but I got a great nose. Listen, next time your, bag's ripping, give me a yell.
Yeah, we got that old slag good tonight.
Did we? No, you should have seen it, man. Johnny threw a little salt water on this slag and he started to fizz. Salt water burns them like acid.
He must have run all the way back to Slag Town. Well, looky here.
Must be a mirage. Not supposed to be no slags around here.
Excuse me.
Ain't no excuse for you.
That's my building. Would you just...
That's your mistake. That's what it is.
Pretty fancy clothes for a slag.
Don't you touch me.
Well, he just wants to be neighborly.
Yeah, get to know you real good.
Help me! Help me! Help!
Slack bitch!
Come on, Sykes. It's me and Johnny. We were
You little
just...
slag bashing. On the ground! Cathy, dial 911 on that phone.
Cathy, why don't you turn into a slack lover sight?
Well, I'm glad to see you're no model of neatness either.
Particularly at present.
How you doing?
I'm shakier now. I always knew there were people like that in this world, but it was just hard to believe.
Why?
Down at the medical center where I work, everyone is treated with respect. Human or newcomer, it doesn't matter. You're valued for what's in your head, not the shape of it. Listen, there's some sodas in the fridge. Help yourself.
Oh, no, I should be.
Will you grab me a diet something, huh? How'd you get to be a cop?
Spent so much time in jail as a kid. Seemed like home.
Seriously?
Yeah. Ran with a gang. This one old cop got so tired of busting me, got me into the police athletic league. Channeled my antisocial aggressiveness into sports.
So you're, not antisocial anymore?
Just to my ex-wife.
Been divorced long?
About a year.
Your idea or hers?
Mine. It was time, you know. We got married too young. Had our daughter 20 minutes later. Sort of missed our adolescence. Thank God, no dead beavers.
No, I'm an herbivore. A vegetarian.
With good ears. What's this?
You'd call it something like a focal point. It's part of my religion.
Well, like Andarko and Saline?
You know about the Silenis?
Yeah.
No, mine's different. You'd say it's more Eastern, internal.
You mean you all have different religions? Oh, of course. Why not? Good, Sykes. Oh, wow. Weird as it is for us to have you here, it must be really strange for you, huh? Did you ever notice any distinctive smell in the air on a ship?
What do you mean?
I don't know, just anything different from the ordinary air. With that spectacular nose of yours?
Well, I did notice that the air was different once we got off the ship, but I think that was just the smog. Why do you ask?
I was just curious. You know what's always been the most curious to me? I mean, here's this ship with over 250,000 slaves, right? And it never gets to where it's supposed to. I mean, didn't anybody ever notice?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Damn right. And aren't they ever gonna come looking?
Maybe they will. Who is it?
Me, Sykes. You got a sec?
Sure. What is it?
What does this one mean? Please, Anson. Tugs heard it from some of you. Said it frightened them?
Soon. What is this paper?
My partner was working on this before he got killed. He was always interested in slavery. He used to say he was going to write a book someday. I guess he got to talking to some of you about being slaves. He couldn't understand why you were all so... There it is. One of the most curious aspects of newcomers' slavery was their apparent submissiveness.
Yes, we were. Completely submissive.
Why?
We just were. Since then, I've often wondered myself. I can't imagine being that way now.
I can't imagine being that way at all. Look, none of them remembers any example of revolt among the slaves, such as Spartacus among the Romans or Nat Turner in America. What's more, none of them could remember anyone to revolt against. Is that right?
Yes.
So who ran the ship? Who were you slaves for?
We never saw anyone but ourselves.
We never found out who the ones were flying your ship because it blew up so soon after it got here. Of course, whoever was in charge could have just blended in with the rest of you.
If they looked like us, yes.
So what about this word?
It's a very old word.
Meaning?
Well, it's difficult to translate.
Tuggs was right. You are frightened of it.
Guess we are. It's strange. It's a very deep fear. It's like a child being frightened of the dark.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't. It's almost subconscious.
So what does it mean?
Well, there are really two meanings. One would be like lord over or seeing over.
Overseer? That's what they called the men who kept the slaves in line back in the 1800s. You said there were two meanings. What was the other?
Demon. Late date?
Oh, I'm working undercover.
Listen, Matt, I really need to trust you. Can I?
What?
You stole him out of the morgue? You and what's his name, Amos and Andy?
We had to.
What the hell are you talking about? You can't just...
We were afraid he might be highly contagious.
With what?
Bolonicus. It attacks the skin surface and then it attacks the neurological system. In our people, the disease can be dormant for a very long time. But in your people, it's obviously more virulent.
You guys have a lot of it?
We haven't seen it for decades, much like your smallpox.
Until your people placed us in quarantine. The sweltering proximity, the poor sanitation.
Why the hell didn't you go to the corner about it?
Don't you think that we have enough prejudice against us already?
Ramna, please. Now, they may have made a mistake. That's why I brought you here. They were just trying to handle it quickly and quietly. We're already working on a vaccine, but I needed your opinion on how to proceed.
We got to get somebody down here right away from the Center for Disease Control.
Listen,
Listen, pal.
Ramna, they're scientists just like us. They may look different, but inside they feel the same way we do. What else?
Let's start with that. But level with me. Does this stuff turn you guys into insects?
Oh, for Ann Darko's sake.
Of course not. Matt, I understand your fear. We were bred to adapt and evolve quickly. But I just can't imagine how that insect creature could have come from one of us.
Look, I'm okay. I'm okay.
If I could just get you inside. Perhaps I should carry you.
No.
Oh. What happened?
Matthew pulled a muscle in his groin.
That's really more my leg.
Do you have pain or swelling in your testicles?
No, they're fine.
Would you like for me to take a look?
Oh, sure. I'll just go put on some clean underwear.
How's your groin today?
Splendid. Thanks.
George is right. You did have a surgical procedure.
What could he have operated on?
Well, it's hard to say. Your kidneys, perhaps, or your adrenal glands?
Adrenal glands, what exactly do they do?
They're part of the endocrine system. Metabolism.
And the spartiary gland taken from our people.
Also metabolism.
And metabolism is the generation and degeneration of tissue in the body. Well, that's aging. Matt, you said you were feeling exceedingly well today, youthful.
So?
That was after the operation.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, I can see where this is going. Give me a break. The Fountain of Youth?
Fountain of what?
You think Trenner takes a little piece of newcomer, puts it in a human being, and bingo, you lose 10 years?
Matt, it is possible that the spartiary gland has some property that slows or even reverses the aging process in humans.
That is why Trenner looks so young. He is using tracheotomies to cover the removal of the gland, and he implants them in humans.
This is crazy, man. You think he's a murderer?
Matt, you know yourself that humans are obsessed with youth. They would do anything to hold on to it.
Look, I grew up with this guy. We were like brothers.
Can you give me another explanation?
Oh, God.
Dr. Trenner. Why?
I imagine money.
And all the time in the world to spend it.
We need the records of Dr. Trenner's human patients.
Let's get a warrant. Hi, Cathy. Look, you have an old dress that you don't wear anymore? Oh, it's for her.
Ah,
Cathy, this is Mary. Mary, Cathy.
I'll check.
Yes, sir. Bowman line 2.
He's not here. I'm so sorry, Matt. It's all my fault.
No, it isn't.
I let him in. She'd be alive right now if I hadn't let him in.
It's not your fault.
May I go?
Yeah.